Hello, South Africa. We all know healthcare is something we can't ignore, but have you ever wondered about how medical schemes work and who's behind making sure your health cover is running smoothly? Well, stick around, because we're about to break down medical schemes and administrators in a way that's easy to understand. All right, let's kick things off by understanding what a medical scheme actually is. South Africa has a variety of medical schemes, and yes, we're talking 71 of them, but don't worry, I'll keep it simple. There are two main types: open and restricted medical schemes. Let's dive in. Open schemes, anyone can join. Think of schemes like Discovery Health, Bonitas, MediHelp, and many more. Restricted schemes. These are for specific groups, like employees of certain companies or industry workers. Examples include GEMS for government employees and Sasol Med for employees at Sasol. Now let's talk numbers. Around 8.9 million people in South Africa are signed up with medical schemes, covering about 20 million beneficiaries. Sounds like a lot, right? But here's the thing. The number of members has actually been dropping. Between 2018 and 2023, fewer and fewer people have been able to afford medical schemes, especially younger folks. Rising costs and economic pressures have made it tough for some to keep their coverage. Interestingly, people over 50 are now a bigger part of medical scheme memberships. You can guess why. As we get older, healthcare needs grow. On the flip side, younger folks, those in their 20s and 30s, tend to drop out due to the cost. So who's running the show? Well, the medical scheme administrators are the ones managing these schemes. And while the schemes themselves are non-profit, these administrators are for-profit businesses. Let's meet the big players. Discovery Health is the biggest one, with a 31.7% market share. They're making waves with higher profits, thanks to better operational efficiency. Medscheme Holdings, on the other hand, is also a major player, with the largest market share among third-party administrators. So how do these guys make money? Well, it's all about managing a large number of members, keeping operations efficient, and finding new ways to add value. Think of it like running a business. Bigger numbers mean lower costs and more profits. And this all leads to a big question. What's the difference between private and public healthcare in South Africa? Public healthcare serves most of the country, but it's underfunded with long wait times. On the other hand, private healthcare is funded by those who pay for medical schemes, meaning you get access to better facilities and faster services. In fact, private healthcare gets over 260 billion rands every year. That's more than the public sector, which gets 259 billion rands to care for nearly 50 million people. That's a huge difference. Here's the kicker. The more efficient the administrators are, the better the service we all get. That's why big players like Discovery and Medscheme have been thriving, even when membership is dropping. They're using technology, streamlining processes, and offering additional services to make sure that healthcare runs smoothly for everyone who's covered. So, whether you're on a medical scheme or just thinking about it, it's important to know the system and who's running it. The work of these administrators impacts not only how much you pay, but also how quickly and effectively you get treated. To recap, medical schemes come in two flavors: open and restricted. Administrators like Discovery and Medscheme are key to making the system work. Public healthcare is crucial, but private healthcare gives faster, better access to services. Hope this video gave you a clearer picture of how South Africa's medical schemes and administrators work. If you've got more questions or want me to dive deeper into anything, drop a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more health insights. Take care, South Africa. Stay healthy, stay informed.